Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri. In this video, we are going to talk about one of the most important things when it comes to being fluent in English. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. So the topic that I want to talk about in today's video is consuming a lot of English content. I know many of you are already aware about this fact that we have to consume a lot of English content to be fluent in English. Yes, but I truly want to ask all of you that are you really consuming a lot of English content? Now, when I say English content, I do not only mean watching a lot of English shows or watching a lot of English movies. I'm not saying that this is not going to help you. Yes, watching movies, watching TV shows in English is definitely going to help you a lot. But apart from that, are you watching English content which is quite knowledge giving? Like for example, in one of my previous videos, I talked about how important interviews are. I mean, the importance of interviews, because I feel that there is a lot of stuff that we can learn from interviews. Okay. And I have seen visible results in my fluency after me spending a lot of time on watching interviews. Okay. And to that matter, watching anything in English, like for example, there could be a topic that you love. Like for example, I love gardening. So I prefer to watch content about gardening in English, right? There could be something that you love. You could be loving makeup. You could be loving how to take care of yourself, daily routines. These days there is variety of content that is available on YouTube, and that too in English. So what I want to tell you is that watching English shows or watching movies itself is not enough. You have to try and consume wide amount of content, variety amount of content. Like for example, when I say daily routines, if you watch people talking about their daily routines in English, I feel that that's quite beneficial. Why? Because daily routine is something that happens with everybody in our life. When people talk about their daily routine as to how they do it in their life, some things are similar. We do the same thing in our life too. We brush our teeth, we go to work, we come back. This is a daily routine for every single human being. There should be a daily routine for a human being, right? When someone is talking about their daily routine, you need to observe what kind of phrases are used, what kind of phrases they are using, what kind of words they are using while describing their daily routine. This is what you can learn from watching such content in English. Now, I do not want you guys to take it lightly. I really want to tell you that take this seriously, because I believe consuming English content is equally important as speaking. We know that speaking is that one important aspect to be fluent in English. When can we speak? When we have those phrases and those vocabulary in our mind. Now, how can we let those vocabulary or let those phrases flow into our brain? That happens by observation. When do you observe? You observe when you watch a lot of English content. Now, when you watch interviews, you are observing the celebrity. You observe the host over there. You observe who is talking over there. You observe what kind of phrases are being used. And I believe observation is also one of the important aspects, and that is quite ignored, because we get to learn a lot of things from observation. If you observe a person keenly, if you observe that person in an interview about what kind of phrases they are using, how they are trying to frame their sentences, what kind of vocabulary they are using, are they speaking in simple English, advanced English, basic English, whatever it is, if you keep observing, I'm very sure that is going to flow into your brain. And slowly, when you observe things, that thing is already there in your mind. Now, because that is there in your mind, you're slowly going to start thinking in English. Once you start thinking in English, I'm very sure speaking in English becomes very easy for you. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not telling you that consuming English content is the only thing which is going to help you. No. Consuming English content is also going to help you. There is a difference. See, when it comes to being fluent in English, there is no one trick which you can follow to be fluent in English. You cannot be like, okay, by following this single trick, I can be fluent in English. No, this is not going to happen. It's like a collection, okay? You have to speak, you have to consume a lot of English content, you have to observe, you have to read, you have to write. All this together is going to make you fluent in English. But I really want all of you to allot some sincere amount of time towards consuming English content as well. Let's take this seriously and start consuming English content. Now, if I have to talk about myself, in the initial days, I used to be so much dedicated, and I love that about myself, that every single day without fail I would watch at least one interview. And I feel watching interviews every single day has helped me to a great extent. I got to know what kind of phrases to use, what kind of vocabulary to use. I'm not saying that I'm absolutely perfect, but till whatever I know, if I'm able to express my thoughts to all of you, that is because of the work that I've done. I mean, that is because of the practice that I've done in the past. I'm not saying that I've stopped my practice completely. No, even now I make sure that I practice every single day. It's never ending process. We should just keep practicing every single day. So what I want to tell you here in the video is that start taking this seriously. Consume a lot of English content. Consuming a lot of English content is not only enough. You have to observe people, how do they speak. And when it comes to English content, there is variety of content that is available on YouTube. It could be you watching what I eat in a day. It could be you watching a daily routine of someone. It could be you watching different types of food, different types of cuisines and all of that. Just you need to make sure that you're watching that in English. Okay, you just need to watch that in English. Now, by watching, there are a lot of benefits. When you watch, you are going to be familiar with the language. I mean, you feel like, yes, I understand this language. When you understand this language, there is going to be a slight confidence in your speaking style. Okay. We are not surrounded by English all the time, right? So we should try our best to surround ourselves with more of English. How can you do that? By watching a lot of English content. This is one of the ways to surround yourself with more of English. When you watch a lot of English content, you are going to find that comfort in speaking in that language. You are going to find that confidence to speak that language. Okay, I feel this is that one topic which is so underrated. I felt like just addressing it. I want you guys to be disciplined. Make sure that you're watching at least one single interview, or you're watching content that is in English, and make sure you're learning something from it every single day and applying that to your fluency, because this is how we learn a language according to me, and that has helped me. That's why I'm telling all of you to do it. Okay, and I hope you guys really liked this video. If you did, please do not forget to like and share it with your friends, and do let me know in the comment section, because the comments are just amazing. I just love to read your comments, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys very soon. Till then, you take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.